has a leak in it. I don't need any comments from the peanut gallery. Anyways, the goats are trying to tell me what I'm doing wrong.
Hang on, I can't tell. Temporarily out of ideas. And I are waiting out here on Ryan to get back with a trailer full of alfalfa hay. Here he comes. Ooh. Look at that. Oh, can we do it? Can we get out of the road in the snow?
Just got back from a good 35-minute trip. It was a little precarious. The little Nissan truck hauling a trailer that weighs probably 2,200 pounds and another 3,300 pounds of alfalfa. It's high in protein, high in calcium. Anyways, I'm going to be mixing it in. You can't just dump it directly in with the goats that we have that have not been eating it, that have only been on hay, because they'll end up overeating. They can end up with enterotoxemia, I believe it is, pulpy kidney disease, where they overeat, causes problems and will kill them. The other thing is they'll just end up with diarrhea if they eat just a whole bunch of alfalfa. So for the goats that I have right now, I'm going to mix a little bit in here and there. All right, well, it's not warm. Let's see how long it takes on the glow plugs to get Dumpy to crank up. Hopefully the battery's good. Last time I cranked it, the battery was just fine, although it's been about 3 weeks ago. All right, let's see. We are neutral. Okay, we're neutral there. All right, let's see if it'll try. All right, not much. All right. Get your slow. So I'm pretty sure, well, I'm like 99% sure I know what happened to the tractor. It looks like the petcock that controls the diesel flow has a leak in it. I don't need any comments from the peanut gallery. Anyways, the goats are trying to tell me what I'm doing wrong. I hadn't run the tractor in a little while, and it was low on diesel for sure, but it seems like that leaked out. So now that it's been running out of diesel, of course it doesn't want to crank back up because it's got air in the line. So I'm gonna have to try. I just watched a couple of YouTube videos. I'm going to try and crack some of the hoses that go to the injectors to see if we can push the air out through that area right there. Couldn't happen on a nicer day. But anyways, we'll see what we can do. All right, so that petcock right there, fuel shut off, runs to the fuel line that goes on up through there. Down to the there's the injector pump, and then injector pump runs up to the 4 lines right there. So we're gonna crack them up here at the top and see if we can't get some fuel to come out of these lines right here. It's all a little bit of a mess in here. All right, here we go again. All right, come on, come on. Looky, looky. She's running. I had to bleed the fuel system, which didn't go too well. I just couldn't get it to move up past where the fuel pump is. So what I did, I called my neighbor down the street. He's got a Ford 4000. He said usually a good shot of ether will do it. So I had to take the battery off and recharge it because it was dead. After about 2 hours, put it back on. Sprayed some ether up in there, had just enough battery to crank it a few times. Finally caught, started going. She's been running for about 5 minutes now, so I guess we'll go ahead and see if we can't get this switched out. And we'll put the spear on when we get down the bottom of the hill and move some hay.
So we're getting ready to move, maybe. Yay, success. Oh, he looks a little bit naked. Not Ryan, but the tractor without his bucket. In the dirt. Looks like Dumpy will be making a few more trips to the gravel pit whenever we get a chance. We're getting real technical now. This is a quick attach. Theoretically, it's going to be really easy to put this thing on. Theoretically. The neighbors are probably thinking, what are these crazy people doing? Videoing, getting hay off a trailer. Well, what are we doing indeed? I hope he doesn't need my help because that thing is a beast. I tried to scoot it to the side off of the front porch after we got it in, and I couldn't even scoot it. Good grief, felt like such a wimp. Which y'all have seen me dig post holes, so you know, I have very little arm strength. Oh. I think he needs to tilt it down a little bit. Tilt it down a little bit. There we go. Hang on, I can't tell. I don't think so. I think you're good. I don't know, what do y'all think? You're welcome. Oh no, don't come apart. Oh no, oh no. Don't hit a tree either. What is going on? Was narrowly missed. Oh, man.
If you're really good at driving a tractor, you should probably look away right now. I probably should be using a four-wheel drive tractor. I probably should have chains on the back tires. I probably should remember to lock out the diff the first time I make an attempt so I don't dig a hole with one wheel. I probably should stop digging holes with both wheels. I probably should have a bale spear on that's made for square bales, and I probably should have picked a different place to park the trailer. But I'm learning, and so you can watch me make some mistakes and learn, and hopefully next time it'll get a little bit easier.
There we go. Good old momentum. I think he's okay. I think you're okay. Yeah. Uh-oh. Well, that was my bad. Oh, great.
Okay, so it's actually about 4 o'clock the next day from when we first tried to get the hay bales off. I ended up getting them off last night, but I got very frustrated. Actually not very proud of the way that I responded to being very frustrated. Was short with Nikki and angry and had no real good reason to be, except things just weren't going my way. Luckily I have a very patient wife who's willing to put up with me. And I'm thankful to God for forgiveness, because I need it, and I know we all need it, but hope to learn and get better when circumstances around me are not going well. As a Christian, I need to learn that my circumstances don't control my my behavior. That God's word does, and the way that I implement God's word will control what I do. So, out here the next day, I got the hay off last night. I ended up having to come to a completely different place. Like, the house is nowhere around here. We're out in a second pasture that is right off the road. So the road is right here. And there's a turn in right here, and this is much flatter, and we don't drive on this very much, so the snow had not gotten all packed down and turned to ice, which was the real problem yesterday. Got the bale spear on. I didn't really spend a lot of time talking about that, but that's brand new. You can see I dug it in the dirt over here. Good job, Ryan. Anyways, it was a pain getting these square bales off. This is not the way that these square bales should really be moved. This is better for round bales, which is what I had, and before I bought these, it's the only thing that I thought I would have. But as you can see from the top of this bale up here, when I tried to pick it up, that one spear just slid right through, and the two short spears that are on the bottom, they did not bite enough to really hold things in place. So, but we got them off. They stayed mostly together. It didn't really rain or snow or anything last night, but now square bales do not do well just left out in the weather. It's a good way to ruin the bales. So if it rains on it, I'm gonna have some bad hay, essentially. I'm gonna put a tarp over this. Let's see how that goes. Some days nothing goes right, but whoever said farming was going to be easy? Sometimes your tractor won't start. Sometimes the ground is icy. Sometimes you realize maybe you should have bought a four-wheel drive. But those aren't reasons for me to get upset, be short with my wife, or snap at my kids. We knew that when we moved up here we were going to fail at certain things, and part of what we wanted to do was to teach our kids that failure is okay. We'll get up and we'll try again tomorrow. And if God continues to give us the blessing to work together as a family, which it has been a blessing, then we're going to do the best that we can at it. Maybe some days we'll succeed, and those will be good days too. Thanks for watching.